almost Thanksgiving. Yeah! Today I am back in the kitchen with my friend Claire. I'm so excited to be here because she's gonna be showing us two awesome Thanksgiving sides that you can make with your family or with your friends or just any time of the year, I feel like, because they both look really good. Right? You can have Thanksgiving year round.
I don't see why not. I mean, and the cool thing is we're making two of my family's favorite sides. These are on my Thanksgiving table every single year, so I'm really excited to be sharing it with you.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Really excited to dig into this.
Yeah, mostly cornbread. Mostly the bowl.
All right, so I'm here at my station. So what am I gonna be doing here?
Well, you are going to be making roasted Brussels sprouts with a lemon vinaigrette.
Yum.
I love roasted Brussels sprouts. Oh my gosh, my cousin Rachel, she's in charge of the Brussels sprouts, so I did kind of a version of what we have every year. And so what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna be chopping up the Brussels sprouts to get them roasted, and then you're gonna be mixing up a lemon vinaigrette. I gave you way more knife work because if you look over here, this is to make my father-in-law's cornbread stuffing, or he calls it cornbread dressing.
I have been snacking on.
There used to be this much, and now there's a lot less.
I've definitely had a taste, and it is delicious. I would eat that just by itself.
I know, I was joking. I'm like, the entire recipe could have just been this.
I know, and I would be happy.
She'd be like, this is the best Thanksgiving ever. It looks like a lot, but it's actually pretty simple. And the truth is you can omit or include things as you feel. I feel like the big thing for Thanksgiving, or honestly cooking whenever, is use ingredients you really like. If you don't like it, just get rid of it, you know? So with this one we have, I think about like 6 cups or so of cornbread, 2 cups of poblano peppers, which aren't too spicy. So if you didn't want to use poblanos, you could use bell peppers instead. About 1.5 cups of jalapenos, roughly chopped onion, a little bit of jack cheese, and then honestly the rest of this we'll get to, but we have like 5 cloves of garlic and a stick of butter. So I'm gonna start sauteing things and you're gonna be like chopping.
Okay, doing Rachel proud, hopefully.
Absolutely. I know, it's time for you to bust out your knife skills. I think that like the easiest way, so also if it's a smaller Brussels sprout, you can just have it. The main thing is you just want everything to be kind of the same size. You just have it once like this, like tip to top, and then you just go again. So you get these little wedgie guys. And the cool thing about this is when you're roasting, it's more surface area, so more delicious.
Got it.
Yes.
All right.
That looks perfect. I definitely gave you this busy work so I can be sauteing while you're doing that.
I know, I feel like the kid that has been given something to do so I don't get into trouble.
Well, but the joke is, it's like that something for you to do involves like a very sharp knife.
I know. Watch out, I'm the one who wields the true power.
Exactly. Well, so while the butter's melting, I'm just gonna throw the onions in, just like that. I'm gonna throw the peppers in as well.
I kind of wish that they could successfully make cooking candles, like things that emulate cooking. I know there was like
there was some man candles recently where it was like bacon candles, which no, I don't even think guys want their houses to smell like bacon.
No, I wouldn't want that, but I know this sounds weird, but I would love an onion and garlic candle.
Okay, so it's definitely starting to smell like really good things, and I actually need to steal your garlic press.
Okay.
So I'm gonna steal this. So garlic goes in. You know what the ultimate bummer is? When you love garlic and all of a sudden you meet someone who doesn't?
Oh.
Like my mother. All right, I'm gonna add my spices and salt. So this is just like a teaspoon, I think, or 2 teaspoons of cumin. Smells good.
Oh, yum.
And it kind of, cumin, at least for me, and this is obviously like a Mexican or Latin American inspired dressing, but I feel like cumin's just kind of that like secret ingredient and adds this really wonderful earthiness.
Yeah.
And if you guys want the full recipe, and it has, believe it or not, more things in it than just this, that is on my blog, The Kitschy Kitchen. It's called Bruce's Stuffing. You can find it there. And the reason why I'm adding the spices now is because when you heat up spices, it really opens up all of their flavors. So doing this in the sauteing process, you're just gonna get better flavor.
Oh, I didn't know that about spices.
I know.
Fun fact.
It's the more you know, star. So let's put the Brussels sprouts back in your glass bowl. And then I'm gonna have you lightly coat them in olive oil, salt and pepper, because we wanna have all that flavor in there before they go into the oven. You can always do more on the sauteing, like meaning like if you wanted the onions to be really dark, you could keep going, but I kind of like the fresher, brighter flavors.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm gonna just toss in the oregano while I'm here. And then maybe like half of the cilantro.
Gosh, it smells so good.
It does, right?
I can't believe that in this day and age, we can't smell things.
Okay, so I'm obviously taking all of my steamy deliciousness. It smells really good. Putting it into a much larger bowl. And I'm gonna just sort of mix everything together. Okay. So I'm adding my cornbread. Do you want one more for the road?
Yeah. I just waved goodbye.
Bye, cornbread.
See you later.
In your stomach. I'm gonna add some of the cheese. So I have some broth here. It's just like a cup. You can use vegetable broth, you can use chicken broth. I forgot to mention this, but you want the cornbread to be kind of stale. If you don't have it stale, I would lightly toast it because you want it to be able to soak in all of those juices. Okay, so I have 4 eggs here too. This helps with the binding. But if you didn't want to use eggs, you don't have to. You could use like a flax egg or something like that instead.
Wait, what's a flax egg?
A flax egg. It's like a thing of like in vegan baking, you take some flax meal, like a tablespoon of flax meal and like 3 tablespoons of water, you mix it together, it gets kind of gooey and it like creates like sort of like an egg. So if you're trying to omit eggs from your diet for whatever reason, you can usually use a flax egg, especially when it's something like this where it's kind of hearty. I mean, you can't make like a souffle with a flax egg, obviously, but you can make chocolate chip cookies or brownies.
Just something where you need some kind of binding.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it has a really nice flavor. So I'm just gonna mix this together. So while I'm mixing this, I'm gonna have you prep the vinaigrette.
Okay.
So have you ever made a vinaigrette before?
I have.
So you know what you're doing.
We'll see.
So let's squeeze out the lemon and then we'll eyeball 3 times the amount of oil.
Lemon squeezers, my favorite. You should get one.
I mean, invest in it. Also, invest is an overstatement. They're like $8. So meanwhile, I'm gonna pour my stuffing into a greased 9 by 13 inch pan.
It's just so satisfying doing this.
I feel like businessmen in the 80s used to have those stress balls, and I feel like that's the kitchen version of that. But I'm just gonna throw some of my cheese on top. And meanwhile, do you wanna finish putting the olive oil in your vinaigrette? Go ahead and just scoop the whole grain mustard in. Okay. You could do regular, I wouldn't do like yellow mustard that like goes on top of a hot dog, but like brown mustard would be fine. And do you know how to peel garlic?
Yeah.
Smash, smash. Go for it.
And just all of it goes?
Yeah, just straight into it. Big fat pinch of salt and some pepper. Awesome. And then you just put the lid onto your jar and you shake it like a cocktail shaker. And this emulsifies everything together. Cool, vinaigrette's done. So you can just put your Brussels sprouts, pour it right on top, and just make sure there's none touching. There we go. Because if they're overlapping, the Brussels sprouts will steam rather than roast.
And then they'll just be soft.
Exactly, and I was like, who needs that?
No.
All right, great. So we'll put these into the ovens, and then by the magic of YouTube, everything will be baked and ready to go. Out of the oven.
Yeah, magic. If
Jazz
only
hands.
it worked this fast in real life.
Well, mine is basically done. I'm just gonna sprinkle some cilantro on top, just like this. Yum.
Yum.
And yours needs a little more love, so you have your vinaigrette. So go ahead and drizzle the vinaigrette on top. Okay. And this is definitely like a choose your own adventure. You can do as much or as little vinaigrette as you want. So I'm gonna have you chop up the fresh parsley. Okay. And then you're gonna sprinkle it on top of the Brussels sprouts, and with your hands just kind of mix everything together and then pop it in that little dish we have.
Okay.
So just go and just kind of mix and mix and mix.
Ah.
Beautiful. All right.
Okay.
Serve up those Brussels, girl.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go in and get some of this.
I'm gonna go for the Brussels first.
Well, and here's the most exciting thing too, we didn't even mention this. The Brussels sprouts are completely vegan and gluten-free.
Surprise!
Ha! That's right. They can still be delicious. When you have the kind of like gluten-free table or vegan table, it's always kind of, you know, you want them to be able to enjoy everying everybody else is having.
Yeah, and not feel like they're missing out.
Exactly.
It's like, you get this.
Yeah, you get the salad. I'm just like, I don't want salad, it's Thanksgiving. But that's the fun thing about these types of dishes is that you can make them really delicious. Everyone enjoys it. And it doesn't require much of a tweak at all. Well, thank you so much for letting me come on and share my 2 family favorites.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
And please recipes are awesome, and we will have the recipes linked down below for you guys, so you can see all of the ingredients and a step-by-step of everything.
Yeah.
And make sure to check out Claire's blog. All of her links will be down below. Claire is one of the best cooks that I know, and bakers too. Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Ingrid. Make sure to check out my channel because Ingrid's gonna come on and we're gonna make a Thanksgiving dessert. It's gonna be good stuff. I'm excited about it.
So excited. So that will also be linked down below for you guys. So make sure to check that out, and I'll see you later or over on Claire's channel.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.